Thank you for joining us today. You are watching Modern Living TV.
And as we promised, we are giving you another insightful episode where we'll give you tips and features to make city living a more enjoyable experience.
I'll be meeting with Anton Santiago, Editor-in-Chief of Philippine Tatler, who is celebrating their 15th anniversary this year. We're going to be finding out how difficult it is to make a beautiful glossy magazine. Print is not dead. And another thing that should never go out of style is a bridal gift registry. Every soon-to-be married couple definitely needs one.
And talking about the home front, I'm going to learn a thing or two about renovating our kitchen, but this time DIY style.
Wow, sounds like a very busy day for us.
Yes, busy but fulfilling, and we learned a lot. Well, it's another fun-filled episode, so do stay with us.
From living spaces to living life beyond its confines.
This is your ultimate guide to modern living.
Invitations, guest lists, caterers, planning a wedding can be overwhelming. And what else? You have to fill up an empty house. Choosing your gifts for Bridal Registry can be a gargantuan task. And thank God we have people from Bride and Breakfast PH who are going to help us make that a breeze. Hi Jana, thanks for joining us on Modern Living TV.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the idea of a bridal registry. You know, a lot of modern couples are actually opting not to do it anymore. Why do you think people should have one?
I think there's still a beauty in having a bridal registry because, you know, when you get gifts, there's a sentimental value to it. And of course, the experience, you know, going around with your partner, just choosing the stuff, getting so excited about your new home. I think that's wonderful.
That's true. I think, you know, building a home together, right? It's still that sort of romance. And so what are the, I guess, guiding principles in choosing things for your bridal registry?
Once you start sending out your save the dates,
Yes.
I think the earlier you register for your gift registry, it's easier because I think brides tend to like procrastinate. Like when it's
Yes.
near the wedding date,
That's
that's when
true.
they do it and they're like so busy that they're so overwhelmed. So I think being prepared and doing it the right time is very important. Sometimes it can be overwhelming for a bride not knowing where to start and what to put in their new home, especially since it's really their first time to choose the items they want. The tendency is to base it on someone else's personality. But the thing is, you should really base it on you and your partner. If you are more interested in being in the outdoors, maybe you could pattern your choices there.
It's true that sometimes maybe like your mom will influence you. It's
Yes.
like, ay, iha, don't buy that. That's like too much. Like you have to buy this.
And the tendency is really to bring your mom, thinking that, you know, she would know best. I think there's wisdom to that, but I also think that, you know, being young, it's so nice that it will be really based
on what you guys like,
what you
right?
guys want.
What are the major categories to think about?
I think there's kitchen, there's bed, appliances. Anything for the home actually can be put in your bridal registry. But what you can also do is research and see like what among these categories are the things that you would most likely need.
So maybe you can walk us through, show us some of your favorites. I can see here at Rastan's you've got your bride and breakfast picks, but also like first maybe some essentials. What should every bride have in their home, their new home, and of course things to splurge on that will be
or the latest trends that are happening
Perfect.
right now.
Okay, so we're walking over to, I guess, one of the biggest brands in terms of flatware and silverware, Christoph.
Yeah. So Christoph is very popular. It has a very good quality, and one of the most popular items are actually this set.
This is really cute. This is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, it's the silver egg. It's called the Mood. You can put this in your registry because one, It will be the only time you'll probably be able to afford it.
Yes.
Since you're young, and your guests will really love to give this to you.
No, and it's so cute because this is something people think like silverware, you should use it every day.
Yeah.
Like, don't just keep it for special occasions.
So I think in choosing your tableware, you have to make it about who you are as a couple. So there are classic designs here. There are more ornate for probably someone who loves like a French design.
Yeah.
Or gold is also making a comeback.
Yes,
So I think you can have fun with all your choices. So now we're going to something more fun and youthful, and it's one of my favorites here in Restaurants. It's actually the Kate Spade collection. Now, a lot of brides are a bit afraid of getting something patterned.
That's very true. And I think, people shouldn't be afraid to mix and match. Like I always like to get maybe a bright, colorful show plate, then put a solid colored plate on top.
Yes.
It's nice to mix it up. So I have a question, right? Let's say even if I really love like these polka dots, my husband would be like, no way, like polka dots with like tape, like no. So what do you say to that? Do you have any tips?
I think you always have to be communicating.
Yeah.
Like, you have to give and take. If your husband or your husband-to-be would prefer, let's say, if it's a big deal for him to eat on a plate that has polka dots, then I would suggest that, okay, let's choose our
Just
battles.
let it go,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess from the plates, you have the other flatware.
Flatware, yes.
Yeah.
So a big trend right now, as I mentioned earlier, is gold. So before, gold was really used by the more mature crowd, but I think a lot of young couples now are really into gold.
And I think Ralph Lauren is a really good compromise that, both men and women really love because it's ultimately very, very chic, but it's still masculine.
And still timeless.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
And
so
to
cute.
avoid the
so me.
so-called fights that you were talking about, I think giving your husband that sort of selection for himself, like go ahead
nice
and choose.
cigar box, right?
Yeah,
Or
choose
something
for
like this.
yourself. What
Yeah.
are the things that you would want to get?
That's
and
true.
and with that, they already feel that they're part of the process.
So there you have it, a little guide, a little teaser to what are the trends now. And of course, for brides not to be completely overwhelmed with the choices. But I like this, choose your battles, brides. I mean, if your hubby doesn't like the polka dots, it's okay. You just buy them later behind his back, which is what I like to do.